Os! Hello guys, welcome back to another martial arts video with RG Martial Arts. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and share the channel and like this video. Also make sure to smash that notifications bell next to subscribe so that you can be notified every time I post a video. In today's video, I will be showing you the different types of spinny kicks. Many people may not know this because they just know about the fancy special spinny kick or oshirogeri in Japanese, but there are several kinds. There are types that go to the face from the side, there are ones that go to the liver, there are ones that go to the face, and they can be used in many different ways, and they all have their own sort of dynamics and how your body is moving to throw these kicks. I'll be showing you different exercises to also improve these kicks and explaining them individually. I hope you enjoy today's video. Alright, so the first kick I'm going to be talking about is the spinny roundhouse reverse kick, or the 𝘚𝘏𝘌𝘌. So this is a kick that basically looks like this. Bang! So you're using your heel in this kick and you're aiming for the temple or the neck of the opponent, and you're basically coming from the side and smashing into those parts with your heel. Now, before I get into explaining this kick and wasting your time, up here, I have left a link to a video where I get into the details of this kick. But this kick, essentially, you want to practice in 3 steps that I outlined in that other video that I've shown. This kick is often used in Kyokushin karate, Shotokan karate, several styles of karate, taekwondo, and is a slightly more flashy technique that, however, can be effective if used properly. The main things to look out for with this kick is that you make sure that you're using your heels all the time and not just swiping off with the bottom of your foot as you land the kick. Second of all, it's always important that when you rotate, that you always look in the eyes of the opponent or where your target is before bringing up the kick and landing it. So you can practice this kick in the air. I recommend doing it 100 times over and over, and in sparring. And the last thing I'm going to show is that you can practice this on the bag as well. So what you want to do is you want to place yourself here. First step, you place your foot forward, pivot, look at the target, and bring the kick in, just like that, okay? And then slowly you'll get better, and boom, just like that. Always aim for the head because that's realistic. The second spinny kick I want to discuss is the spinny liver kick. So this one is a slightly different kick. For this kick, what is happening is that you are going lower and not to the head but to the liver this time. There are 2 ways that this kick can be thrown. A very famous video was made on this by Joe Rogan, explaining this to George St. Pierre, and Joe Rogan explains how you can use the sideways snap as you come out and align your hips straight and come out like this. However, in more traditional Kyokushin or karate techniques, they discuss that the kick should always be coming from behind like this, just like this. So I can explain how to practice both of these kicks in a very easy way. The first thing that you want to master always is to master that snap towards the back. So for Joe Rogan's style of kick, I would recommend practicing first that you are just doing a side kick. A side kick over and over and over. Then next step is to throw it backwards like that. So you have more power coming out of it, okay? But make sure that you're putting all your body weight into it. Next, if you're practicing the more traditional style of kick, you have to see what works for you. The same thing, you always start off with the basics. You want to be throwing the back kick 1, 2, 1, 2. This is extremely good, and it's also good as a general exercise to build leg strength, but that's the basic pillar to this kick. Next, we're going to add the spin. So this is the same no matter what you do. You want to, just like with the first kick, you want to step forward, you want to pivot, you want to always look at where you're hitting. And now if you throw Joe Rogan's kick, you want to bring your leg up and stick it straight out, just like that in a sideways motion, and make sure that you're coming in one rotation. However, if you want to throw the other one, it's basically the same thing, but you're coming from slightly lower and you're sticking it out just like that. Okay? So here I'm going to show you the difference on a bag. The Kyokushin kick will look like that. And although I am admittedly not very good at this one, the Joe Rogan will look something like this. Alright, so that is basically the liver kick. This is a very dangerous kick, so do not underestimate how this can be effective in fights, and make sure to train this kick properly. So again, you can train it on the bag, you can train it on pads with a partner, you can train it in the air. I really recommend getting good at this kick. Now, the third one, which is a variation of this kick, is that you're throwing this kick, but you're going to the head. So what would that look like? You're basically going to also, again, be training the same thing. You're going to be kicking out like that, but you're going to be aiming higher this time. Okay, so that's the step one of the practice. And then you're going to try it on the bag. You're going to try it in the air with the rotation. Okay, so once again, step, pivot, and out. And make sure to look at the opponent. I'm going to show it one more time, slightly faster. And what's also important, you see a mistake I made there, is that once you go out, you want to come straight back, or you want to land here. But you don't want to just swivel off, because if you are in the wrong spot, you actually end up putting yourself in more danger. Alright, so that is the Oshido-geri to the face. Now, the last one I want to show is a variation that is not used very often. This is one that I had seen used by a lot of Brazilian Kyokushin fighters. And it's basically the spinny that we had going to the temple using your heel, but this time we're aiming for the legs. So pretty simple concept. When a person you see is maybe reaching their foot out too far forward, or tends to check a lot in Muay Thai or Kun Khmer, you can identify that and sweep them off their feet using this kick. So basically, same thing, come like this, and you just want to do that rotation, but going for the calves, okay? So just like that. Once again, boom. And you can practice this just by doing the kick itself over and over, and then on the bag. But most importantly, this kick is to be practiced in sparring, okay? But here on the bag, let's try to have boom, just like that. Okay, again, boom, just like that. All right, guys, there we have it, the different types of spinny kicks or Oshido-geri, and there are still lots of other interesting variations, but these are the important ones that I wanted to cover, that I have myself used, experienced, and trained. For more daily tips, martial arts content, make sure to follow our Instagram page at Roland Gluckler. We put a lot of effort into bringing out the best content for you, and we'd really appreciate if you follow our page and like our content. Other than that, kindly share this video with your friends, like it, and please subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video and it was useful. Thank you for being here. We hope to see you on the next video. Take care. Os.